Assalamu alaikum.
I want to congratulate our Mizna community about the 25-year anniversary.
Mizna has such an important and special place in my heart. I've been going to the Arab Film Fest since I was a kid with my giddu and my teta.
I make sure I go every year to the film festival.
It's cool that they bring films that you won't see anywhere else.
And I think this is one of the best festivals I've ever been to in terms of just how embedded in the local community that Mizna is, and just how welcoming and generous everybody who works here is.
But Mizna for me, when I first came for the festival, was just a very loving, beautiful, genuine family. That was the feeling. I still have this great affection for Mizna, even though the first time I came here was almost 20 years ago now.
I'm so grateful for the community that Mizna has created. It's been kind of a central way that I've met other Swana people in the Twin Cities.
The pillar of the community, in my opinion, is inclusivity. There's this awareness of the need to reclaim and actually widen the sphere of what we consider our community. So it's not just Arab, but it's everywhere in this region, and it's a community centered around shared material conditions, a shared sense of positionality in the world and awareness of that positionality.
I'm just so impressed by the team.
And of course, Lana's leadership over the years has been just wonderful. And also Catherine Haddad, who was the initial director of Mizna.
The writers came from all over the United States. We put out the first call for literature, and we got people who submitted writing from everywhere. People who I admired, like Suhair Hamad and Naomi Shihab-Nye, and all of those people submitted their writing. I showed the journal to Edward Said, the first journal. So it's pretty amazing. And I think everybody at that time, one small journal that we were typing out on our little computer in the 90s in an apartment in Minneapolis, that authors from all over the United States were sending their journal because there was no other place.
It's a literary journal, and it's film festival, and it's music, and it's writing, and it's poetry, and it's reading. It's political, and it's cultural, and it's tough and soft and generous at the same time. And I don't know many organizations that are like that.
The writing group has been a really central place for me to find my people and a creative practice at the same time.
Getting to work with Mizna so closely in my adulthood really just helped me come into myself and understand how cultural representation can be what you need it to be.
Mizna has been so instrumental in my life to bring out the creative energy that's been trapped in me for years.
There's very few cultural spaces for Arab Americans in the United States still, 25 years later.
And it's really, really special.
And I'm proud of the work that we do, and to be working with this incredibly passionate and hardworking team. I can tell you from the inside that at any given moment, everybody's working on a million equally important projects.
If I go to a film festival, the people who work for the film festival love their job and they love their coworkers. That's always just a good sign that you're going to have a wonderful and amazing time.
There was a pride that I think I hadn't seen before, which was not a chauvinistic pride in the sense that everyone was in this together.
And it's so inspiring to see all of the new accomplishments, to hear all of the new ideas coming out, and to see all the engagement that's happening with the community.
It's just such a special organization, and how beautiful of art and good, solid, really well curated cultural events and cultural pieces Mizna produces, and yet how connects into the community and really on the ground it is as an organization.
They're so welcoming, and I really appreciate everything they've done.
Just for us to grieve together and to mobilize together over the Palestinian issue, over what's happening in Syria. Anytime there's a crisis, Mizna has been there. It's kind of like my church.
Particularly at a time when institutions are being shut down and people are being threatened, Mizna continues to be at the forefront of giving people a platform, a voice, and really standing up for what's right.
Mizna refuses to be apologetic and refuses to soften the edges. And I think that's extremely valuable, you know, it's extremely bold.
When we think about the movements that have emerged in the last year relating to US politics in the Middle East, I recall those early years of Mizna when it's almost as if we imagined the narrative that became among young people, moved by injustice to action. It's a privilege to have been part of that legacy.
This last year has been really hard. As a Palestinian, I feel like I've been struggling a lot, and I struggle to find what I can do to help my people. And it's been a space for us, and that space has been so important for me to just be with people that care and can understand the struggles that we've been going through.
It might not seem right now in this dark period of time that we should be writing poetry, and I think Darwish says that too. My job is not to be writing poetry, my job is to be fighting, but writing poetry is fighting. Mizna represents that.
All of us I think are feeling the same way, and we feel at the same time this extreme devastation but extreme sense of love when we're in the room with other people.
And I hope tonight is a joyous occasion at a time where we all need joy. So I'm sending you this message with much solidarity and hopes that we continue to put our minds together to think through these structures and to continue finding ways to provide platforms for the people that need it the most.
Mizna's the best people ever. Just family and just so welcoming, you know. And I'm just so appreciative.
I am very thankful for having Mizna in my life.
I'd like to wish Mizna another 25 years of existence, a flourishing existence.
Many years to come.
Please keep doing the work.
Get involved if you haven't been already and help us succeed for the next 25 years.